Michael, did you see enough from an energy and an effort standpoint tonight from the team?
No. Is that a loaded question?
It's been a topic that you've brought up after multiple games recently, so.
No, I didn't.
Was that mostly in the first half? Was it something that kind of permeated throughout the game for you this time?
It was just all game.
Yeah.
Coach, 69 points allowed in the first half. You held them to 53 in the second half. What was the difference in those two halves as you saw it defensively?
I guess maybe just trying a little harder, maybe caring a little bit more. They got whatever they wanted in that first half. Jordan Poole in that second quarter was unguardable. So, you give up 16 threes, 15 offensive rebounds. At halftime, we gave up 11 points off just guys getting beat with back cuts, having no vision. So, obviously Nicola had a great individual performance offensively, but you can't wait in this league. I don't care if a team is 20-3 like Cleveland or has lost 16 in a row like Washington. If you try to wait to start playing hard in this league, what happened tonight is exactly what's going to happen to you. And we've seen this time and time again in these last 10 years. That has even happened to this team before. So if you ask what's the difference between holding them to 52% in the first compared to 44 in the second, maybe, asking guys to be a little bit more desperate and urgent struck a nerve, I guess.
You guys were inching closer a bit in the third, and then there's a sequence where Washington gets back-to-back second-chance threes. What do you need to see from guys other than Jokic from a rebounding standpoint? There have been a few games where offensive rebounds have ended up burning you guys.
You answered the question. We need other guys to rebound. I mean, it's I learned, like, in CYO basketball at St. Agnes, long shots equal long rebounds. And the number of times the other team shoots a long shot and everybody runs into the restricted circle is mind-boggling to me. It doesn't make any sense. And we do it over and over and over again. And so, again, 15 offensive rebounds for them. And that's not going to allow you to get over the hump when you start playing defense. But we ball watch, we don't find bodies, and we all run into the paint, and they chase down the loose ones for extra possessions, which is just one of the many areas that we are struggling with. And obviously, I'm doing a really poor job with this team. For us to be 11-10 at this point and losing to a team that last 5 games is averaging 100 points a game, they put up 122 on us, and I'm embarrassed by that.
How do you, when
David, you have a question?
Actually, did you think Poole in the first half was trying to be more of a facilitator and maybe caught guys napping a little bit, thinking he was going to jack up a bunch of shots tonight?
I'm not sure. I do know that I think in the first quarter, I think he only had like 5 points, and then that second quarter is when he exploded. And so maybe we thought he was just going to be kind of out there. And I mentioned it pregame. I know they only had 2 wins going into tonight, but in those 2 wins, he was ultra aggressive. And that's what we saw after that first quarter was a very aggressive Jordan Poole. And obviously we did a poor job of defending him for him to score 39 points in a very efficient manner. And give him credit, give their whole team credit.
Michael, I know that the injuries maybe make it impossible to kind of have a real gauge for where you guys are at the 1 quarter mark, but are there overall trends that you see after these 21 games that concern you, trouble you about the way you guys are going?
Oh, yeah. I think after 21 games, you have a pretty good idea of who you are and where your weaknesses are and the issues that you're having and that are prohibiting us from being a more consistent team. And when you're not consistent, you don't win. And so, yeah, we have a lot of issues, mainly on the defensive end of the floor. We play a team tomorrow night in Atlanta that's won 6 in a row, I believe. And that's one thing about the NBA. No one feels sorry for you. And we have to all realize that we all have to start participating in our own recovery. because no one's going to give you an olive branch. No one's going to give you one because they feel sorry for you. We have to, and again, I mean, we have film sessions, where, you watch the film and you hold guys accountable and you address the issues, and they just kind of being repeated over and over and over again. So that's where I take, blame for us to be 11-10, because obviously I've done a poor job as a head coach in preparing this team, not only to win, but to go out there and execute. And I have no problem owning that.
Is there anything that you, when the effort stuff continues to be a trend, that you can try to do to change how you coach them out of that specifically? Like, do you try to stay the course and keep the same approach yourself, or do you change things?
No, we're 11-10. We haven't stayed the course all season. We're trying to find ways to help this team win games.